God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. What is the title of the message? God is our refuge. What is a refuge? A refuge is a place or a person or a thing. So a place could be your refuge, a person could be your refuge, a thing could be your refuge. And what is the function of a refuge? It is to shelter. The word shelter means to house. The word shelter is to keep you from the natural elements like the sun, like the rain. And the Bible says, the sun shall not smite you by day, nor the moon by night. You know why? You are in that shelter that is called a refuge. When you are under the shelter called refuge, rains don't touch you because you are under. We live in the last days. We are in that day that the Bible says about in 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. Know ye also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Whenever you read the Bible and you see the word shall is a word of surety, is a word of assurance. It is not a maybe, it is not whether or not, it will surely happen. I know you know geography, I know you know zoology, I know you know physiology, I know you know anatomy, I know you know medicine and surgery, I know you know law, I know you know economics, I know you know mathematics, maybe you even studied English language, I know you know chemistry, I know you know human kinetics, I know you know microbiology, I know you know biochemistry, and so on and so forth. After all you have known, I know you know that perfect love casts out fear. I know you know that the Bible says let brotherly love continue. I know you know the Bible says to your faith add virtue. I know you know the Bible says above all taking the shield of faith wherewith you will quench every fiery dart of the devil. I know you know the Bible says for we wrestle not against flesh and blood but against principalities, against powers. I know you know that the Bible says no weapon that is formed against me shall prosper. I know you know that anybody that gathers against you will scatter for your sake. Surely they shall gather, but not by me, saith the Lord. Everyone that gathers against me shall fall for my sake. I hope you know the Bible says henceforth let no man trouble me, for I bear upon my body the marks of the Lord Jesus. The Bible says my life is hid with Christ in God. We know so much. The Bible says know this also, in addition to everything you have known, know this also. What is this thing? That in the last days perilous times shall come. What is the meaning of perilous times? The word perilous is from the word peril. When he says something is perilous, it means it is extremely dangerous. It is hazardous. It poses great threat, great danger. That is what it is for something to be perilous. 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 Dangerous time. There was no time in history of human existence that we heard about kidnapping up to this time. There was no time in human existence that we heard about rape as we hear of today. There is no time in human existence that we hear about political violence as we hear of these times. No time. You know why? It is scriptures that must be fulfilled. That is why the Bible says, arise, shine, for your light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. Behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. We are in those days. Look out, it is dark everywhere. The only place light is permitted to reside is Goshen. Outside Goshen, it is so dark that two people standing by each other, the person here can't see the next person. It is as dark as that. It's in the Bible. But as dark as it was outside there in the camp of God's children, that's where Goshen. So much light. Apostle Paul was writing, and he was referring to the days he lived in as the last days. And I often think, if when Apostle Paul lived was called the last days. Which days are we now? Laster days. Another thing I saw as a characteristic of the last days, the Bible says truce breaker. You know the meaning of truce breaker? We have reached an agreement and somebody betrays it. Unthankful, disobedient. When I say people who are not grateful to God, I say they are in this last day syndrome. Unthankful, unholy, boasters, proud, they blaspheme. I know you have made mistakes. I know you didn't mean to do it and you did it. The only guarantee for safety is when you enter the city of refuge. You know why? The Bible says, where we read in verse 26, that because he should not go out of the border of the city of refuge, he should not go out there. He stays there in the city of refuge. And you still remember what our definition of a refuge is? What is a refuge? A place, a person, or a thing that does what? That shelters or anything outside the city of refuge. O-Y-O, on your own. When the person stays in the city of refuge, the person is not permitted to get out of the city of refuge to go to his own place of possession until the death of the high priest of that city. Jesus is called the bishop of our soul. The Bible even calls him the high priest. Remember, when the high priest dies in the Levitical law, what happens to the person in the city of refuge? He's free. Now that your own high priest had died, what are you? You are free. I know you have made mistakes. I know you have fallen. I know you have staggered. I know you have messed it up. For whose reason you are no more free? Because your high priest had died, and not only that, he's resurrected. You are free from the mistakes of your past. To remain protected, you have to remain in the city of refuge. Even though the high priest is dead and you are free, the good news is that there is no true freedom outside the city of refuge. In the city of refuge, nobody is vulnerable. If we are 1 million in the city of refuge, we are all immune. So you will not have the opportunity to run away from people once you get to the city of refuge. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow. The Bible doesn't say he who visits the secret